Hello and welcome back to another day in the arena. It's me, it's CGB, and today in the arena we're going to be updating Rakdos Control, a deck that many people are still piloting on ladder and having a lot of success with. But while you absorb the deck list and drink it in by checking out the card choices up above here, let me take a quick moment to let you guys know that the CGB Metal Shark tokens are in production and hopefully will finish production this week that we're in right now. After that, they have to ship to Cool Stuff Inc., who will get them out to all of you who placed an order on coolstuffinc.com. They'll also send a bunch to me, and I will be sending them to those of you who signed up on Patreon who live in countries that Cool Stuff Inc. don't ship to. So that's a shipping update on the Metal Shark token. Hopefully this week. Everything takes longer than it used to. I don't really have a better way to put it than that. Thank you, everybody, for sticking with it and being cool about it. And yeah, I can't wait to get those shark tokens out there to the fans. So that is on the way, that little update there. In the meantime, if you do any shopping on coolstuffinc.com, you can use the promo code CGB5 at checkout. That is CGB5 at checkout. And you will get the fresh new Covert Go Wolf token. Covert Go Blue Wolf token. Covert Go Wolf. I guess it's what it is. Anyway, let's start talking about Rakdos Control. So, Rakdos Control has continued to do pretty well on the ladder, even though it's playing no cards from the new set. A lot of people ported it over directly from the standard 2022. And I thought there might be some new things that we can do with it. If you check the stats on untap.gg, it's currently in the tier 2 category with a 58% win rate and 60,000 matches. So you guys are still really, really enjoying the Rakdos Control, and it's hanging out, trying to be in the realm of mono black. And I think that what was great about Rakdos Control is it was a Blood on the Snow deck that could beat other Blood on the Snow decks, specifically because Innistrad Predator carved them up and didn't die to Blood on the Snow itself. When updating the deck and looking at the new cards and possibilities, one thing that was really compelling to me was that there was a really great potential mana base if we moved away from the Snowlands, and we've done that. We've cut Blood on the Snow and the Snowlands to run 4 Temple of the Dragon Queen, 4 Haunted Ridge, 3 Hive of the Eye Tyrant, 4 Shatterskull Smashing, also a great spell land in the late game, and to cut low on basics. So hopefully we have a really great mana base to play our Kalanes on time and do everything we need to do. The mana base for the deck itself isn't that demanding. It's a little splash red with a lot of black, so I might be overkilling it on getting a good mana base. And of course, cutting Blood on the Snow is going to make some people nervous, but the card we get to replace it with is pretty sweet too. Meathook Massacre. When it enters the battlefield, everything gets the -X/-X until end of turn. Whenever a creature you control dies, each opponent loses 1 life. Whenever a creature an opponent control dies, you gain 1 life. So it also gives you kind of this burn plan to get the last few points in, so that once you've hit the opponent once or twice with a Predator and follow up with a Gold Span, the Meathook, sometimes killing your own stuff, can end the game, taking out these little treasure biddies. It does have a problem. The cool thing about Blood on the Snow is you could keep your Predator and get something else back, because you could make this indestructible. With Meathook Massacre, if you have to do it for too much, you might kill your own Predator. So I guess our plan is going to be to try to grow the Predator enough so that the Meathook doesn't usually kill it. I expect this deck to be very competitive against mono white and mono green. Against Is It Dragons, I'm hoping it does well. Is It Dragons has made some changes to their deck. Most notably, they're using bounce spells like Divide by Zero and Fading Hope, which are very good against the Predator. This is kind of the last chance for the Predator for me in this meta. I'm really worried about the amount of bounce spells and exile effects driving this right out of there. Brutal Cathar is nasty to the Predator as well. So that's just something to watch for, is how often our Predator hits the battlefield and dies. Hopefully it's not as bad as Moonveil Regent was in a recent video, but we'll see how the Predator holds up. And then the next thing that we're wondering, how about Galvanic Iteration Allrun's Epiphany? That combo of cards has been really dominant and has actually spurred ban talk in best of 3. In best of 1, we haven't seen nearly as much of it. And now that Is It Dragons won the tournament, even though there were a lot more Galvanic Iteration Alrund's Epiphany decks, the Dragon version without Galvanic Iteration won the tournament. I'm hoping more people are playing the Dragon version on ladder, and that we'll be able to dodge maybe the Galvanic Iteration Epiphany build, because I have no answer to that. I'm probably going to lose to that just easily. I'm going to get absolutely dominated if I run into that combo version of Izzet. But I'm hoping it won't be out there. Now, if you care about beating that Izzet combo version, you can cut the Orcus and you can get sneaky Grixis and run 2 Test of Talents, get wet Rakdos, moist Rakdos, and run some Test of Talents in the deck. And maybe that's what you're supposed to do for the meta. Cut 2 Orcas, cut 1 Lolth, run 3 Test of Talents, splash them off treasures and the temples, and just get them. All right. So that's what I'm going to say about the deck. That's my expectations going in, and we'll see how it does. At the end, we'll do the wrap-up as we always do, the post-game wrap along with some stat check, and we'll see if we can grind out Mythic at the expense of mono-white mages. Let's dive in. Let the nonsense begin. On the draw, terrible hand. Great. Let's keep something like this. And ta-da, mono white. Hey, there's a dragon in my dragon deck. Cool. Of course my Shambling Gas goes up against the clown playing Battlefield Raptor. Can we kill our own? Like, if we had drawn Deadly Dispute right there, it would have been glorious. But we whiffed. We whiffed. Going second sucks. It should be forbidden. Like, no one should have to suffer this nonsense. Look at this stupidity. I think I'm just playing another one anyway, so might as well gain kind of 2 life there. Lumi. Where are you gonna put that counter though? Just endless Raptor, okay. Raptor spam. Gold Span Dragon. I don't think they kill me here, so let's play the Gold Span. Let's start the clock. Hopefully next turn the hook brings them back. Of course, this could have 5 toughness. What a master. Imagine running 4 portable holes and 1 clever Lumimancer. Oh my god, is it enough? I'm gonna die. I'm just... It's not enough. Thank god. Okay. Let's see. If we play this and then we hook, we can kill the Raptor and keep our dragon. God, that was scary, but I think we're okay. All the tricks. Uh-huh. Okay. We don't want to lose to this. 1, 2, 3, 4. We can play both of these? No, we can't. Oh, wait. We can play one, then the other. Yeah, we can play Merchant, then Predator. This is fine. I was 1 mana short of powering up the Hive. That would almost kill them. Not quite. And then the Predator could have done the final damage if I had found a way to play it. It is what it is. See, I'm 1 point... Like, if I sacrifice these, I could do 2. But it's not quite enough for lethal. And there you go. Opponent and their little battlefield raptor shenanigans are dead. They're dead. All right, on the play we have Deadly Dispute, key card in the deck that we haven't drawn very often. Let's gas up with the Eye Twitch, and this will make sure that we actually hit our lands. Okay, can play that on red if we give away that the Predator is coming. I don't know if I want to do that. Gruel. Werewolves. It's a lot of land. A lot of land. Well, dropping the Predator here, there's nothing to sacrifice to it, so it's very risky. Let's drop the High Toughness Merchant. Also, don't give away our redness just yet. Merchant's a good brick wall here. It's amazing how much better the deck just runs when you get to Deadly Dispute, one of your early plays. You have a pile of treasures, life is good, you know? I think if you're struggling with the deck for a good period of time and you're in creature matchups that you should be able to, for the most part, compete in, you have to look at your... How often have I actually drawn Deadly Dispute in the early game? Nope, not what I meant to do. There we go. That's what I get for monologuing mid-game, though. Gotta stay focused. Okay, they're going to try to... I mean, that's an expensive way to do it. It basically occupies their entire turn. I can't be too upset about that. Ooh, hello. Hello indeed. I don't think I want to put all the treasure into them. But this should be good. We need some treasures to work with Meathook, work with the Orcus, if the opponent goes wide. That's probably tough for Gruel to handle. But let's see what they've got. Wow. Just get busy, huh? What could they have? I don't know. Impress me. I'm not impressed. Come on. Come on. Is that the best you can do? Ren and 7. Okay. You made a 4/4. Well, I can't hook the 4/4 to death, but I can attack the Ren and see if they block it, and then they can plus it and they try to get more land probably. What we can also do is power up the Hive to make sure that the Ren dies and just attack their face. Since they missed their land drop, I think they want the Ren more than the Tree Folk. No graveyard for you. I'm sure that that's not going to matter too much. Yep, sneaky Hive Menace. It gets them more than I ever expected it to. I didn't cast a spell though, so the opponent gets to play their werewolves on the night side, which I'm sure they're very happy about that. If there's a beacon of hope in this dark, dark world, that's probably it. Yeah. That is a strong slasher. Woo. And it's gonna come out to play. Do we block with Kalain and absorb damage where we can? No, I think we need something to Deadly Dispute if we don't draw an untapped land. If we draw an untapped land, we might just hook them. But it would be nice to also flip, so we might just double spell this turn. Wish I blocked with Kalain, but I guess we can Deadly Dispute Kalain again. It's a... If we flip it back to daytime but leave their creatures in check, have we really... Are we doing what we need to do? Let's start here. Let's see what we see. Because this still leaves us a few options. Untapped land. Hook goes for 3, but we can also Kalain. We can Environmental Sciences Kalain. Flip it back to day. Do we hold back this Predator, though? Who's the beatdown? They are. This Predator doesn't have to rumble to be successful. I might have also wanted to play Lulth there, make the spiders, I'm not sure. But I think this is good enough. I think this is a pretty good... Oh, okay. Well, that's frustrating. But they didn't go face. We transform these back to more pedestrian sizing, and we have a 6/6. But it makes me really glad I didn't attack with the Predator. That would have been way too aggressive. Are they gonna run that into the Predator? They've already slashed me twice. How many more bolts could they have? Everybody in. This absorbs the most damage. Down to 7. We can also play the Merchant. Anything that they can do to pump these, like Snakeskin Veil? I should probably just go for one more to be safe. If they had a bolt to kill this, they would have already played it. I'm also not attacking. They have haste threats. Like, I can take my time. That attack looks really free, but I think it's one of the ways that I lose the game if I make that attack. Whereas I think if I do this, I can't lose. Opponent's gonna Ren again.
Come, Seven. It is time for battle.
Okay, they make another Tree Folk.
Canopy. The trees are mighty.
Hopefully we draw something we can play. We can play that. It's enough. Okay. Do they have the Snakeskin Veil? No. They just were holding priority with the lair. Okay. Well, now I have the Merchant. I've seen what their follow-up is. I think this is getting safer. We're at 10. We've got the Hook. Seems okay. All right. This is it. What can they do? We'll take it. On the play, this hand looks great. We'll want an untapped land. Or we need the Geist to die. But a big Predator quickly is really good. The Geist, the Ghast, the Zombo. Soiree. Okay. Hopefully they don't have another Jouari. If they counter this Predator, I'll be sad. Don't do something. Foretell. Let's foretell. Come on. Ooh, they're putting me to the test. Okay. They're putting me to the test on this one. Do they have another Jouari? Do we play around it? If they counter a Predator this turn, and next turn we play another Predator, and then the turn after that we play a Goldspan, that's, I mean, they just have to have the right stuff at every single turn. Let's go for it. No cowards in this dojo. Nice. Does it get bounced? Divided by 0? Not yet. Ooh. Oh, we got him on the run. And when you got him on the run, you keep him on the run, and you go, and you're not going to stop until you get across that goal line. Leave me a comment if you know what movie that's from. Or the character it is quoted to. That character, the human it is quoted to, the actual person. All right. I don't know how they get out of this. They need a lot of bounce spells. This is a lot of indestructible coming their way. All right, they cleared the little sacrifices. They cleared the little critters, but they're just dead to the dragons. Let's show them a little more. Oh, come on. One more dragon. One more dragon. Come on. All right, we get untapped black. We might get untapped red, but we probably don't need it. In the spirit of, you know, really inspiring coaching talks in movies. It's all up to you, Gordon. If you miss this shot, you're not just laying me down, you're laying your whole team down too. I wish your father were here to see this. Easily one of the worst speeches a coach has ever given, and yet, for some reason, one of the best, like, opening lines in a movie. Let me know in the comments if you know what it is. Blue-red. Plenty of blue-red on ladder today. I hit full control? Must have hit it with my arm. Good, we drew a land. Wonderful. That's black. Shame we had to lose Kalain this way, but we've still got our shambling Ghast, and now we have our Predator. Let's see if this opponent brings Divide by 0 to the battle. It's a pretty important card in the meta. There it is. Okay, so this is the problem that we were going to run into. Now, I can re-resolve this, but the opponent will be able to kill it because we'd have to sacrifice the Shambling Gas. So I think we let this bounce. Because we could sacrifice Shambling Gas here, make a treasure, then recast. But I don't think that's good. Not good enough. The opponent loots. Now we have a little army of nerds. Can the opponent kill them all? They foretell their Allrun's Epiphany. They foretell the other Allrun's Epiphany. Cool. All right, it's you again. This is the matchup we were hoping to dodge. If it goes poorly, it was as expected. All right, next turn is Epiphany turn. And we're, on top of that, we're mana screwed, which is always a bit of a tilt. That makes me angry. But that is a pretty bad play in general. We get to sacrifice this. Generate the treasure. Like doing the Galvanic Iteration play there just to get rid of a Shambling Gas is not a good play. Because now we get to get rid of their Iteration, and we'll see if they needed that. They also don't get to scry here, so hopefully this means they missed on the land, because they're down to 1 card left, and they need an untapped land. Okay, they're digging for it. We're really close to winning with the Meathook and the Predator. They've got the land, they foretell again, so 3 Epiphanies now, probably. It's a land. So close. So close. But I don't think we're gonna get there. We could save the Meathook for after the Epiphanies, though. This is 7. So what can we get the opponent down to? We can play the Merchant, sacrifice 3 creatures, and get them to 2. We can get them to 2, but it doesn't do enough. We're going to need some blockers here to try to stop the haul. I guess it's this. There's definitely a case for Merchant, though. All right. We gotta endure, guys. We gotta endure. Then we gotta hook them. Can they activate the Hall and remove the Merchant? Think I got you. I think we're gonna win our bad matchup. By the hooks, baby. Sink your hooks in. Yeah! Taste it! If they hadn't blown that Galvanic Iteration for basically a Shambling Gas, they would have won so easily. So easily. Twitches and Ghasts. Come on, Deadly Dispute. Really? All right, just Where's the mono white gamers today? They're 50% of my matchups when I don't play black. They're none of my matchups when I do. Rogue class? What does this even do? Whenever a creature you control deals combat damage to a player, exile the top card of that player's library face down. You may look at it for as long as it remains exiled. Well, you have no creatures, so I'll worry about that later. Creatures you control have menace. Okay, you have no creatures. You may play cards exiled with the class. You may spend mana or any color. Well, I guess there's a reason I don't run that card. Doesn't sound very good to me. But let's see, maybe they have like a Cunning Castaway to try to deal some damage to me. Hive. I mean, I guess that has menace. Please resolve. I mean, there's no way they have a Jwari here, right? They just drew this. Maybe they do. Ooh, they could have Rogue, Flash Rogue. Okay. Hopefully we get to keep this merchant to sacrifice some of this stuff. They're gonna siphon some insight from me. I hope you like really weak little treasure generating fools. Oh, Grixis. Nope, that's my Haunted Rich. That's mine. They stole it from me. Good game. Yeah, that's the definition of a good game right there. All right. Where the mono white gamers at? Careful what you wish for and all, but you know, where they at? I built this deck for them. Bolas Avatar. Unlikely. They like big green dragons and they like Nicole Bolas and they spend their gold on this dragon pet. There's no way this is a mono white gamer. That's too bad. This hand is definitely built for that job. I just hope they play some creatures. Otherwise, no way this is good. Come on, just play some creatures for me. Like most of the ladder. Control's a lot less fun when everybody plays it. But, you know, when control is quote-unquote bad in a meta, and you're playing it, and trying to get your list just right to give you just that 51% win rate, that's when control is the most fun. Bolas? Wake up, Bolas. It's time to play Magic. Turn 1 Time Walk. This is what Getting to Mythic is all about, guys. You just grind until you get those turn 1 Time Walks when people have to go pee. It's a battle of attrition. Mono green, okay. Okay. Will we draw the land? Or a Deadly Dispute? Deadly Dispute, please. Okay, I'll take that. So we get our merchant down, or do we just play Kalane? I guess we play this tapped because life total matters. Kalane, bring out the Predator. How about blocking? There's no way they attack into this. We could be more aggressive, though, and try to get points in. You have to close against green. Their board gets powerful. If they want to attack me with the 2/2 instead of make mana, I'm happy, right? So let's take the fight to them. Yeah, Despair Sentinel doesn't have reach. Come on now. Or, I said Despair Sentinel. This is Sculptor of Winter. Let's see what they do with 4 mana. Chariot, of course, being the best. But this Predator would be a 4/4, able to grow to a 5/5. That can blank a Chariot even with a +1/+1 counter. Mammoth. And they tap the Sculptor, so they must have something here. They're gonna brawl the Kalane. Or something. It's gotta be the Kalane, right? They're gonna brawl nothing. So this is representing a snakeskin veil? I wonder if this... Alright, is there a world where attacking with this Ghast is the right play? Maybe they don't block it and we get an extra point of damage in. If they do block it, we make an extra treasure and we just play another Ghast and we play a bigger Predator. These points of damage can matter a lot once the Predator clock starts. Opponent is gonna block the Ghast. Beefy Predator. Backup Ghast. That's a lot of damage. And hard to kill. No surprise that they try the brawl, but it's not going to work. What do we sacrifice? I guess we can sacrifice Kalane. I have become indestructible. Boing. It's like two of the most massive sumo wrestlers meeting in the center of the ring and nobody moves. Ah, now the opponent sees it's a race and they have to figure out how to win. And Ghast can really take one for the team there. Man, this hook is brutal, and I think it's the play, because I don't think out of nowhere they can have 7 to kill this. The only thing is that they could have a snakeskin veil for the mammoth, right? Let's see if there's any stick during combat. None. No stick. Okay. So they don't have veil. All right, deal with it. 7/7 flying, empty board. That'll keep you alive. Or will it? I mean, I guess we can kill the Wren. Also, the opponent's at 7, so the drains matter. Do we need to kill the Wren, though? It just hits land. We don't need to. We can just play our creatures. With a Shatter Skull smashing, let's also just keep the land and mana coming. Yeah, you gotta block. Not a lot of choice there. Now I have something to sacrifice to the Predator if somehow we need that, and I've got more mana for a smashing to break the Predator through. That's game. 1 to go. Mythic End Boss coming up. Final boss. Mono white, please. Not is it. Mono white. Just play mono white. Jace Avatar, bad sign. People with the taste to pick a Jace Avatar don't play mono white often. Ugly tapped land hand on the draw, but has hook, has Kalanes. Let's see what we get. Oh, great. All right. So, somewhat a mirror? Should be a challenge. So green, black, Innkeeper. No snowlands yet. Hard to tell if it's a Blood on the Snow or Storm the Festival deck. When it doesn't want to give me the joy that is an eye twitch for an environmental sciences. Well, at 17, attacking looks a lot worse for us now. Binding. Had a bad feeling about that. They take out the Kalane, but we've got another. They cower. They cower in fear. Well, we want them to attack, right? We want them to block this. We want them to not have a chump blocker for the dragon. Two eye twitch, huh? I think I'm gonna hook for one and just clear out these blockers. All right, what do we want from the sideboard though? Do we want to just keep hitting land? Do we want Mascot Exhibition? They're going to be playing... They're definitely going to have, like, Ren. And they do have some Snowlands, but they're a lot of Snowlands away from getting Ren back. Let's have Confront the Past at the ready. Ready to just shoot a Ren down. Or a Lolth. Okay. Get a pretty big punch in here with the dragon if we do everything right. Should have played this first. If the opponent does have an instant speed removal, it throws me off. But we get to go like this. I don't know if it's right to focus on damage as much as I am right now, but there's not a lot else, I think, to do with these cards. And I think getting chunks of damage through, like the Innkeepers can gain a lot of life, but for the most part, there's not a ton of life gain. And the chunks of damage can matter. That's a lot of Meathook Massacre, and I'm not sure how good it will be. I was about to say, did I miss a land? Oh, okay, Meathook just got really good. Meathook just got really good. They don't have anywhere near the Snowlands they need, and they're focusing so much on chump blocking. This is going to be awesome. I should have confronted the past first. I made a huge mistake. I'm going to have to put a lot more mana into this Confront the Past now. Sequencing fail for me. Alright, they get Fumes. That's not good. We're going to have to draw another way to keep the pressure on. Maybe I could draw another dragon. It's been a while since I've drawn double dragon. So, they also have to make a creature. Alright, We're still going to be able to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, we can still kill this. It's just, it's really cringy that I missed that. We didn't have to give up this treasure. Maybe it won't matter. Maybe it will.
Our time is over.
Let's see if they have a creature here to kill this dragon. They can also power up their haven and throw it away. Okay. They have a ghast. They're okay. All right, please draw another dragon. Please draw another dragon. I have not drawn double dragon in today's matches. I would like it. I've got them at 12. I've got their board kind of empty. Nope. All right, we be chilling. We're waiting on a Skullport Merchant or more dragons. Dragon, dragon, dragon. If I hook, I have to get rid of my Kalane. But these hit Planeswalkers, which are probably going to be a big part of what's going on here. Making me work for that mythic, huh? Let's hold 1. Oh, I have to give up my treasures too. That sucks. Okay, that does it. Sorry, Kalane.
Are you enraptured by my beauty?
They're up to 4 snowlands now. That's not a snowland either. They do have a big creature land advantage, though. That's a draw. We don't have another creature to go with it, though. So we can do like this. I think that's it. And we can try to save this for a creature because they might have binding in hand.
Subservience will be a reward.
And if we draw a Kalane, of course, it's a much larger threat. But we're falling behind to the creature lands. And they aren't going to have mercy. Ooh, I can feel the tension, man. I can feel it. If they power up an attack, they have a removal. They have some way to kill this predator. Let's not take the bait. They're going to try to pressure us with 2 creature lands. Actually, they don't have the mana now. They're just moving in. Wow. Man, do I hang on to the Shambling Ghast or not? It'll be fine if we draw another creature, but if we don't... So what do we take here? We would take 9. We wouldn't be dead next turn. They'd have to find another way to add to the clock. We would attack our opponent for 5. And remember, we also have the Meathook Massacre for the final point, 6. We could also kill our own predator with a smashing for 7. So this is a close race. And I think we're going to win it. Good draw. Do we play this smashing? How do we lose this game? I think we lose this game if we can't get our creatures through, but we have a meat hook to do it. We lose this game if they play something bigger than the Predator, because if they do that, we'd have to meat hook our own Predator. So let's not fall into that trap. Shattered Skull Smashing can handle it. They attack with the spider. Why? Why would you attack with the spider? That has reach. Blood on the Snow, right? And they're gonna get back Lolth? If they're going to do it anyway, I shouldn't take the damage, right? Indestructible. Meat hook for 1. Why not meat hook for 4? I'm already indestructible. So we do this before this happens? Why not kill this? Yeah?
My children drench their hands in the blood. My power is for annihilation.
1, 2, even, attack face win. Well, hanging on to the Shattered Skull Smashing worked out. We needed every point.
Aren't I generous?
Hello, indeed. Opponent with a weird choice there. But it's nice if you're going to battle for Mythic and you get to leave the game feeling like you did outplay your opponent in a kind of mirror-y match. Like, that is one of the better feelings you can get on ladder if you're going to try to be competitive about it. Much better than like a mana screw or a god draw. So we'll take this one and we'll see where we land in Mythic. It's been an interesting month. 13 days in, as a person who's hit Mythic on day 1 a few times, usually hits it in week 1. I've been enjoying my evenings. I've been playing a lot of my blue-white and blue-black control and standard events instead of the ladder grinding I would normally do on my iPad, and I've been generally happier, and I got to share the whole experience with YouTube. So hope you enjoyed the ride, and there it is. And we are back for the post-game wrap, powered by the stats from untapped.gg. And in today's 50 minutes of playtime, 7-1, we pulled a 75% on the play, 100% on the draw. The loss, I deleted it right away. I would put it back now. Basically, I got mana screwed, and I usually just delete those right away after I play them, so I don't have to think about them anymore, and I can move on. And I try not to include Mana Screw or Mana Flood from either side in the video. Now I wish I'd kept it just because I didn't expect to win the other 7 in a row and have to fill out a video. So not trying to hide anything from you, just got Mana Screwed. It happens. But yeah, won the rest of our matchups, including an unexpected 2-0 against Izzet. I think if you start with the strong Predator curve that we had in one of the games against Izzet, you should win. I think that the game against Turns, the Izzet Turn combo deck where they cast 3 Epiphanies, we should have lost if they had held on to their iteration. I think they would have been fine. But Predator did flex its muscle and show you what it can do. 1-0 against Mono White. I wish I'd played much more Mono White and Mono Green, but we did hold our own when we did run into them, and we held our own against Werewolves instead. It was a very fun little climb running Rakdos control, showing that you don't need counterspells to dominate the board, and you can also attack with hard to deal with creatures to take over that way. What would I do with the list? Orcus never did anything today. It was always too expensive and came down too late. It never showed up in the mid game that you'd hope a 2 of would when you have like 7 or 8 mana, and then it's like, oh, I rip this off the top and I win. So the fact that Orcus never did the Orcus thing means that maybe you don't need it, or maybe it was just bad luck. Give Orcus a little more time, but if you find he's clunking up the hand, as I did in my games, you may want to cut him. Honestly, if you added 2 more lands to this deck, I don't think it would be a horrible idea. Maybe they should be Spikefield Hazards so you can remove something cheap, kill an opponent's Eye Twitch, get an Edge in the Mirror, something like that. But you could definitely add 2 more lands to the deck because I did feel too often like I wasn't doing enough. Agadeem's Awakening does get a full curve, actually, because unlike most of my Blood on the Snow decks, I have 1 drops, 2 drops, 3 drops, 4 drops, and 5 drops. So maybe Agadeem's Awakening is what Orcus should be. So that's going to be my thoughts on the deck. I hope that some of you will try this variant of Rakdos Control. Let me know what you think. Meathook Control, maybe, good title. And again, if you really care about the Izzet matchup, consider splashing some Test of Talents and going Moist Rakdos. Thank you for watching this video. As always, I'll see you in the next video. Let's quickly check where we come in. 98%, so we got some grinding to do in Mythic. But hey, that's okay. We take on the challenge. You're cool.